Once again, let me talk about culture. Actually, culture is just how people conduct themselves in a particular area or within a particular tribe. Like I am speaking, I'm a Kumambai tribe. So culture is just all about how that particular area or how that tribe do their things, their don'ts and their do's in that area. So that is how culture, I can actually briefly talk about it.
Yes. So thank you so much for that. I want to ask my fellow members the impacts of culture, like what has it benefited us in our communities, in our day-to-day life. As we see, culture has always done so many good things to us. I want to start on my right.
Thank you for this opportunity. I want to first define culture. Culture is simply known as people's way of life.
Yes.
Like every region, I believe every region in Uganda or anywhere have different ways of living. Like for example, we have the Baganda, have different ways of living, and the Itesots, and cultures has impacts that are added on our society. For example, culture improves our discipline. Let me use this example of the Baganda culture. These people, when they're greeting, they have to kneel down to show respect to the elders, and it's not allowed for the young to pass without greeting an elder, because it will portray something bad. It will portray a bad picture of their family, so they have to kneel down as a sign of respect to the elders. And another thing, culture has brought about employment opportunities. For example, MDD, we have trainers who train MDD, and we have culture dances, and we can sing folk songs. Like for example, we can sing Ateso folk songs, Luganda folk songs, and maybe Busoga, to mention but a few. These trainers are given a chance to go and train students out there in schools. Like for example, Teresa, sometimes we hold some MDDs. So now this enables them to earn a living, which improves their standards of living. That's all I have about culture.
Yes, I also have some 2 points to add on that. To me, I see culture as an important thing in our day-to-day lives, because culture brings about unity. For example, in Uganda mainly, we always use the Baganda culture as an example, because these people, I've always witnessed them in so many occasions, how they do their things, the unity they have from the high ranking to the low ranking of of their leaders. These people are really united, and I believe that with unity always there is development in our country. The most developed part in our country mainly is the central region. Mainly, it's not mainly because of anything, but because of the unity these people had, even in their beginning, the way back, when the missionaries were coming to our country, the other foreigners. Yes. And the next thing is about the advertisement. See, when we always obey our cultures, for example, our cultural dances, and the media captures such things, this is shown in TVs, in so many platforms, and also in books such as magazines, and the outside people, the outside countries, maybe the whites, the other countries in Africa, when they get to know about our cultures, they can really get an interest in coming to see how we do things here in Uganda. Like now, for us here in Teso, Yes, so by the virtue of them coming to our country, they bring in foreign exchange. And this foreign exchange is used by the government to improve on our standards of living. For example, the construction of better infrastructure like roads, provision of health facilities, health services, for example, construction of the hospitals, the vehicles such as ambulances are bought to improve on our health. Those are the 2 points I had. Maybe let me pass it next to my neighbor, colleague.
Thank you very much. What I want to talk about culture, the only thing I know, culture is so good to us. Culture has a very big impact on our lives. First of all, I personally, as me, culture has a very big impact on me. As a Muslim girl, we have that cultural impact on us. And also me as a Langi, as a tribe, I'm a Barakaro clan from Liran. I come from a Rom village. Though I don't look like the Langis, but I'm a Langi tribe. So what I can say about culture is very good. Because the way we dress, the cultural way we dress like first of all, the way the Langis dress. And like first of all, their dance. They dance while carrying pots on the head. That dance is so fantastic, guys. Like that cultural dance, when you see someone dancing, just feel like, yeah, this is a dance. It's not like these hip-hop dances of nowadays, but that cultural dance is a very, very, very nice dance. But most people nowadays can't even dance. Why am I? Nowadays in school, even most people fear to say like, me, I'm a Muganda, me, I'm a what? Because they will ask you, like if they ask you, like if you're Muganda, they will ask you, Tambulango Muganda. And someone can't even know how they say Tambulango Muganda. Most people might think it is just walking. But if a Muganda is being asked Tambulango Muganda, it just have to tell us your origin, from where you come from. But most Muganda, like most Bagandas nowadays, if you ask them such things, they don't know. Whereby, how can I say this modern world is, I don't know where it is taking us, but it has brought a very big negative impact on our culture. But what I like from these elders that we have at home, they still impose the culture in us, like our way of dressing. Bagandas dress very well. They wear on gomas. They wanyankore, they have their dressing, and they look very nice. And also, apart from the dressing code on our culture, apart from the dressing, we have also unity. Like we are united. Like for example, when you come here at school, like for example here in Geresa, specifically in Geresa, we have Langis, whereby they just specify themselves as Langis and they united them as Langis. And we have Karamojons also, they are there also. Some of them are like, if you talk about a KG, we are there for you, just stand there for you. So we have KGs here who are united, whereby we have that unity because of their culture. And they'll be sitting there to talk about their culture, they are united. We have Itesos, though in our school Itesos are not that united, but they're also there. And the biggest popularity in Geresa is the Vatesos and the what? And the Kumams. They take the biggest percentage in Geresa. Though they have some Sabenis, like, yeah. Some Sabines also were there. Even that tribe also, they are very united in Geresa, for example. They have that unity. Okay, so in our schools, we have also the Bagandas. And the Bagandas also are very united. So, though even if you just speak Luganda, even if you are not a Muganda, that's the thing I like from Baganda. Though you just speak Luganda, even if you are not a Muganda, you take you as a brother. So in this school, we are united because of our culture. That's the thing I like from culture. And the other thing, culture teaches us how to respect. That's why my colleague talked about it. I just wanted to throw more light about it because she talks about that respect. It brings in morals because culture has that moral whereby I say you have to kneel while greeting. You can't be a girl and you're greeting someone while you're standing. It can't happen. But then most families, though nowadays most people don't take that culture as an issue, but some families up to date, for example my family, you can't come and wake up in the morning and just greet mom like mom good morning, then you just move when you haven't kneeled down, because a mingling stick will be hit on your head. You have to kneel down and give the elder the respect the elder deserves. Even here in school, you can't be a boy and then you be pocketing while you're talking to the teacher. So I came here to ask for some permission. Like seriously, what kind of respect do you show? Because of the culture we have, which has taught us to respect our elders, we respect them according to their age. Though some of us have been taught that you respect someone even though the person is younger than you. So respect yourself to be respected. So even if you respect the young also respect the elder. So it has taught us respect of elders and other people. And the other thing I can say about culture has brought in something like, how should I say this? Like peace and stability. Yeah. Peace because of the culture we have, like the KGs, for example. By that time when they have that culture of theirs, whereby they are united among themselves. Because if the Karamojons were not united among themselves, because in Uganda the most hostile tribe in Uganda is the Karamojons. So if the Karamojons were not united among themselves, we would not have peace. Because of that culture, we have peace in Uganda. The KGs can't kill themselves, whereby Karamojons can't come and kill Itesos, because if the Karamojons come to this side like to Teso and kill Itesos, even the Itesos also want to go and kill the Karamojons. But because of the unity we have in the country, it has created peace and stability. So that's all I could say about our culture. Yes, we love our culture.
Actually, I would like by starting by appreciating our President of the Republic of Uganda for actually the well work done to my tribe and my culture. It had actually been long for us to look for our culture as an independent culture. Yes, I'm a Kumam, but we used to actually to lean on both sides. At times we'd be in the sides of the Langis, at times the side of the Tesos. But President Museveni took our request into consideration, whereby he had actually to give us our own tribe and our own culture. I'm so privileged about President Museveni. I want to appreciate him so much. Long live Papa Museveni for that hard work. Above all, I'm so happy about culture. I'm someone, also if you talk about culture, you annoy me the more. Yeah, as I've seen and I've seen with culture has really promoted education. As you are seeing us discuss here, we are not discussing something apart from culture. The topic is culture, and through culture we are educating ourselves here. You can just have a witness here. We are carrying out education here. Through cultures, there are many types of education we have actually undergone. We have actually undergone formal and informal, whereby informal, our parents have actually taught us from home on how to associate with others, on how to conduct ourselves in publics, on how to dress, on many aspects of life actually. So that is through culture, because in each and every culture it has the don'ts and the do's. So in a particular culture there will be like boys will be taught how to do this and this and this. Then as you are doing it, you not have it only at home, but even as you go elsewhere you have it. So culture has really promoted education. Above everything, in Jersey High School, we have a subject called Ateso. Ateso is meant, and where everything is done in a local language, Ateso. Everything is written in Ateso. Everything is just in Ateso form. So it's just because of the culture. If it wasn't for the existence of the Ateso culture, we wouldn't have actually have this at school. But because of culture, that's why we have it at school, where people are sitting for papers. In their papers, we find Ateso as one of the subjects. People are taking, even in A-level as per now, we have combinations. We have gear with Ateso. We have many combinations comprising of Ateso. So it has actually brought out an aspect of education and has greatly improved on the standards of what? Our education in our region and in our country at large. above everything also, culture has actually helped us teach the children in right ways of conducting themselves. Because at home, even when a kid is just young, mama or daddy will tell child like, do this, do this, do this, as our culture states it. For like the Bagandas, how they do their things. Everything is, it's actually planned according to how the cultures actually to be done. So that has actually helped in improving and actually improving on the discipline of our children one of these days. Because of the emphasis placed actually on cultures, students have actually improved, as even in Jersey here, culture has actually helped us so much, because before a child or before a student comes to school, he or she have already gone through education from home by the parents. So by virtue of that person coming to school, he or she is well versed with everything. Like, if I'm going to Jersey High School, these are the things I should do, and these are the things I shouldn't do, just because of culture. Because culture, you don't leave it at home when you're going to school, but you have to carry it wherever you go with it, because it's part of you. It is the one that will portray who you are and whom you want to be. It's all about culture. Culture also has actually helped us conserve our environment, because there are certain cultures like the Bagandas, there are certain trees that are not allowed actually to cut down, because some are herbs whereby they use them as for treatment. Some are just used as areas. You find like a big tree, they just say that's where our ancestors live, so they're not meant to be actually cleared down. So by virtue of them doing that, helps us conserve our environment. Hence having that conducive environment in form of modifying our climate and fighting against climate changes. So that has actually helped us so much. And above everything, through cultures, we are managing and we are trying to eradicate Western cultures, as the Europeans or the other cultures from outside countries try to actually encroach in our country. They come and find our cultures very active here, not giving them any room to actually prevail among us. So cultures help us so much on eradicating Western cultures, like how they dress, like how they talk, the way they are foodstuffs. There are many things actually. So that has actually helped us so much to fight against the Western cultures that will actually be so destructive to our youth. For most youth in our stage here admire them, but because of the existing culture that we have amidst us and around us, prevents them, because they know such and such a thing, if I do, the penalty is this. If I do this is the penalty. Fear of doing those things and actually abiding and going with the Western cultures. Wow, maybe let me rest my case down there. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks everyone for all what you have said. I really believe that this today will not remain here, but it will impact on other people outside there, the youth, the young, and also the big people. Yes. Maybe only one thing I wanted to add. Culture and friendship really matters a lot, because as we are here at school, most of us, maybe we belong to a certain culture, like for example the Iteso. When we move outside there, maybe after our universities or when I move to a certain office looking for a job or the main thing, the first thing, if I know you, maybe you're my trade mate, I don't think you can really forsake me or me a job or help. I believe it will really be me, and I will grab that chance other than the others who are from the other cultures. So I think we have finished, like we are done with all. Maybe if someone has anything to add on, then we wind up. Yes, madam.
Allow me add on one thing about culture. Culture has really improved leadership standards. For example, we have this thing of inheritance, like succeeding kings. For example, in the Buganda culture, the first king was Kabaka Mutesa I. Then he was succeeded by Kabaka Mutesa II. And then currently we have Kabaka Mwenda Mteri in Mengo. However much fearful you are, you have to face that one lion to be a king, because you can't tell me that you can give that chance to an outside person, yet it is in the family. So this one enables those kings who are supposed to succeed to be brave, to chase away the fear and to face the Buganda culture, for example. And another thing, cultures brought about brevity. Now we have these people from Bali, they're called the Gishus. For example, they have this thing in their culture, every man has to be circumcised. You have to be brave in order to be circumcised. For example, in future, when a thief attacks your home, you can't tell me that you can fail to fight the thief and you went through that pain of circumcision. So it has enabled mostly boys and men to be brave, to face the challenges we have, like theft and everything. I thank you, that's all I have.
Okay, maybe one more thing to the outside people. Our elders, if at all maybe the school is a private school, or to our leaders, in every rank you are, I would like to urge us to really take culture as a very big thing in our day-to-day life. Let's try as much as possible we can to put it into action, that let it be active in schools, for example the MDD clubs, and also in the villages maybe we can have gatherings to sensitize the masses about the importance we get from out of it, and the problems or the challenges that we face without culture. Yes, that is all I can say.
Wow, thank you.
I think it's done.
Let me also add something. As from outside there, all I need you people to do is take culture as something very important in life. For culture is who you are. For sure, if you don't value culture, then it means you don't value yourself. So members, as you are out there, take culture to be one of the things that you should put as after God, culture next, because culture is who you are. Thank you very much. Kumamnyai naka naka.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I wanted to add something. What I can say to the parents, to the youth and others all out there,
yes.
Thank you for listening to us. All I can ever add up onto culture is our dear parents, all the kids who are still growing up. You know, we have our young siblings. They will not get a chance to get our great-grandparents and our grandparents who have taught us the cultures. Whereby I remember when I was still young, our grandma could put us we sit in a circle whereby they could light firewood, could sit and we discuss some issues. Though she's very old now at this age now, but she still discusses to us those old things of Langoge, how that culture began. She could tell us how Kabaka Mtesa came in. So about culture, I really love culture because my grandma raised us through in a cultural way, where we've been eating cultural food. So like some of us, we don't know those things like pizza, burger. So some of us just learn it because of the Western culture that has come in, but most of us eat our traditional foods at home. So to the kids who are out there, go back and learn your culture. If you don't know your culture, you don't know who you are. Your culture is who you are. The culture defines where you come from. The culture defines who you are going to be in. The culture is let me say, culture is everything for you. Because if you don't know who you are, how will you define yourself? Some people here and don't deny your tribes. Oh, this thing goes to. Don't deny your tribe. If you're KG, say I'm making your culture. If you're a Kumam, say I'm a Kumam. I'm proud to be a Kumam. You should be proud of your tribe and your culture. If you're Mutseso, be proud of being a Mutseso. Yeah. Because some Itsesos, by the way, this is a mentality they have. Like when they go to the central and they learn that Luganda tribe, my idea they change. Me, I'm Nabosa. Yes, you are Akelo. Accept the fact you are Akelo. Your name is perfect the way you are. God knows why He made you Mteso. So if you're Mteso, accept the fact you're Mteso, because the culture we have today is very good. And also I'd like to say thank you to all my teachers in Jerusalem. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my grandma for the culture raised me in. And thank you to everyone, to my friends, because through that cultural norms, I've got to know my friend Kumam. He has been teaching me some things they do in Kumam. Though I got some Mitesos, I'm starting to learn some cultural dances of Ateso. And I also have a friend of mine at Smire Geraldine. She has been teaching us how to greet in Nyankore. And I have a friend of mine, Chelimo Agatha. She has been teaching on me how to greet in Sabine. So culture is something very important in everyone. And be proud of who you are. Be proud of your culture. God bless.
Yes. Maybe one last minute to my friend, then I'll close the session.
Yeah. Once again, I want to encourage the talented children and the youth out there to promote their culture. If it's dancing, let them dance proudly so that they can expose the beauty of their culture through dancing. Because dancing really, the culture dance, helps people to be employed and everything. So please don't fear. If it's the Ateso dance, go and dance. If it's the Maganda dance, go and dance. And another thing, I'd like to remind you people that Jereza family loves you so much. Thank you for listening to us. We are really proud of you and we think you're proud of us, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now I'm there. To me, I would like to say thank you to the school administration for bringing such programs like for today. Thank you to our parents for enabling us be in school full time. For if you couldn't have made it up to us, we would not be talking the way we are now. Thank you to all my friends. Thank you to everyone, those who are watching. Please, if you watch the video, if you get to know the information, please tell your friend, tell your neighbor about culture, about education, because the things really give us nice impression and they develop us and our understanding and also widen on our thinking. Thank you everyone. May God bless you all. Yes, I remain Ediel Joel Martin, Head Prefect, Jerez High School. Thank you. Bye.
Above all, we actually want to appreciate the presenter who has hosted us here. Thank you very much for the time you have granted unto us. And also appreciate the supporters behind all this discussion. Want to appreciate them so much. And our parents for having brought us to school. You are the reason to us why we are talking and discussing all this. Thank you very much. And above all, I want to appreciate God Almighty for the fire has brought us up to down. We thank you, Lord. We pray that may you continue keeping us and make us great people as our dreams are clearly stated down